Hey, hello, hello, hello. Back to the calendar. Okay, so yes, August 17th through the 25th are Odin's Ordeal, the 9 days of Odin's Ordeal. So we're going to find out about this, and first we're going to quickly review Egyptian days, because there are Egyptian days mixed in with this. Egyptian days. The natural year recognizes the cyclic nature of time. Equally, it recognizes that good times are followed by bad times, and that bad times in turn by good times. Because each day of the year is part of many cycles, so certain days are traditionally considered to be bringers of good or bad fortune, as comes the cycle. Traditional calendar lore cites a number of inauspicious days upon which it is considered inadvisable to commence any undertaking. At one time, they were days upon which it was considered hazardous if one should fall ill, commence a work project, start a journey, or be married. Fridays with the date 13 were widely believed to be such days, yet there are others whose inauspiciousness does not relate to the day of the week upon which they fall. These, derived ultimately from Alexandrian year lore, are known as Egyptian days, dies Agripaticae. Clearly, it is not necessary to hold these dates in superstitious terror, preventing all action, but it is wise to take note of them as having been considered inauspicious for over 2,300 years. So, yeah, that's what it tells us. So, 2,300 years is a pretty good cycle to be watching. Yeah, that. So, also about Odin. Odin. Oh. In Odinism, and part of the Teutonic tradition, the Norse god Odin, who is also the Anglo-Saxon Woden or Wotan, is the chief divinity. Yeah. And of course, we know that Wednesday is Odin's day. I was going to, where'd that page go? Here we are. Gemini, Mercury, Odin, Wednesday, Emerald, Raven, Red, Dog, the letter D. Okay, so let's get back now to the 17th of August and the first day of Odin's Ordeal. The first day of Odin's Ordeal on the world tree Yggdrasil, leading to the discovery of the runes. According to the Edda, Odin hung on the tree for 9 days and nights. This is commemorated from the 17th of August to the 25th of August, the final day being the festival of the discovery of the runes, when Odin fell screaming from the tree, having gained the knowledge. Wow, that's rather interesting. Receiving the letters, receiving the runes, and falling from the tree, screaming. How very interesting. Check him out here. He's got his one big staff. Might be call it a halberd. He's got a lovely dog. So I'll kick him back on his throne. Birds. Head of birds. Who's that? Oh, it's another dog. Right. Upside down, it looked like part of the chair. But pictures will do that on purpose, won't they? There you go. Yeah, they will. They look like other things on purpose lots of times. and the letters for the spelling. Okay, so that's for today. Is the first day. That tomorrow is the second day of Odin's ordeal. So he's up on the tree. The first day, discovered the runes. He's going to hang there for 9 days. Hanging, waiting for something. So the first day, he just waited there. And then, what happened? On the third day of Odin's ordeal, the rustic vinalia of a vine, and it's an Egyptian day, which means it's inauspicious to something, to him falling from the tree, apparently. Well, let's find out. The Roman festival of the runic vinalia is a day of offering to the ripening grapes. Oh, thank you, grapes. This is a festival of the goddess Venus in her aspect as guardian of gardens, olive groves, and vineyards. Well, thank you, Venus. Thank you. We love gardens and grapes and vineyards and groves and olives. I would guess that green olives would mostly be for Venus because green. Yeah, very cool. Okay, so first day he receives the letters, and then he hung there for a while. And then the goddess came and blessed the gardens. And he kept hanging there. On the 20th of August, Odin's ordeal day 4 is an Egyptian day. Look out for that luck. And then on the 21st of August, go sideways, the 5th day of Odin's ordeal, still hanging in the tree. And then the 22nd of August, the 6th day of Odin's ordeal, and Adessia. The Odyssey? Odysseia. 5th century Neoplatonic philosopher Odysseia is remembered today. Odysseus. So, I'm just saying what it sounds like. I don't know who this philosopher is. Advanced philosopher for men masters. You can do that. Okay, 23rd of August, the 7th day of Odin's ordeal, and Nemesia Vertuminalia. Vert is green. Tum could be, also vert is truth. Vertum, telling the truth. Day of telling the truth, perhaps. Sounds good. And then Vulcan and the nymphs. Yeah. Day of the Nemesia, the celebration of the Greek goddess Nemesis. Defender of the relics and memory of the dead from insult and injury. Yeah, don't speak ill of the dead, do you? Right, no, don't do that. Day of the Vertuminalia, held in celebration of Vertuminus, left, okay, here, the Roman god of the change of the seasons and the transformation of flowers into fruits. Wow, that's very awesome. Oh, and look, he's holding the cornucopia, all full of lots of delicious, wonderful things there. And isn't he nice and well filled out himself? Yeah, from the stalk and then the fruits. Yeah, that's beautiful. Oh, and look at her. So nice. The name also reminds me of Mr. Tumnus. If you follow the Hobbit, not the Hobbit, Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Remember when Lucy goes through and meets Mr. Tumnus? He was a bringer of change. Anyway, so it is also the festival of Vulcan and of the nymphs. All right, so here apparently is an actual scene. No, I don't know. It just says to the left. So, Festival of Vulcan. Well, they've got their hammers and they've got some fire. So I guess they're going to, forge up some metals, maybe in a volcano, right? The big fire, the deep fire. Got their anvil on a stump. Okay, on the 24th of August, the 8th day of Odin's Ordeal. So now for more than a week, he's been hanging in that tree. Mania, the first day of Mania. And St. Bartholomew's Day. Bartholomew. The Mania is a Roman festival acknowledging the manes, deified spirits of the ancestors. Remember, don't speak ill of those ancestors. St. Bartholomew's, or Bartlemy's Day, is a weather marker. Ah-ha-ha. If Bartlesmy Day be fair and clear, hope for a prosperous autumn this year. Oh, that sounds good. Let's do that. London's Bartholomew Fair was a continuation of the Roman festival of the Mania. Well, I would expect plenty of dancing to be happening with, the maniacs, right? Festivals always should have dancing, I think. It doesn't have to be frenzied dancing, but dancing's always good. Okay, and then on the 25th of August, Odin's Ordeal Day 9, Discovery of the Runes. The Italian earth goddess of sowing and reaping, Ops, is remembered in the Apikanziva, a ceremony at which only Vestal virgins were present. Her worshippers always sat on the earth. So, if you are in that category of devotion, come the 25th, going out there and sit on the earth as it was Odin fell to from the tree? I don't know. But that is our rundown for the next 9 days. Odin's Ordeal on the world tree, leading to the discovery of the runes. According to Edda, Odin hung on the tree for 9 days and nights. The final day being the festival of the discovery of the runes, when Odin fell screaming from the tree, having gained the knowledge. Well, people often do let out a scream when they find out something new. Eureka! I found it. Yeah, there's plenty of shouts of joy. And remember, screaming can be good exercise, but be respectful about it. Don't just go running around screaming, especially these days of so many question marks when people don't know what's going on. We never want to have screaming of, like, what do they call it? Crying wolf, or screaming and having people confused that there's a problem when there isn't. So screaming can also be singing really loud, and there's some joyful noise. And just because there's a few inauspicious days around the week, well, you know what? There's always something to be looking out for, isn't there? So walk carefully with love and gratitude, every step, being very, very observant about how our actions affect everyone else from their point of view. not just from our point of view, but from their point of view. How does things affect everyone else? And then do good, do right, act in love. Okay, love you.